This is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I am here today to do another small shop showcase. Let me bring my items in here. It's not a big one this month even, but yeah, I've got a few nice things to show you. Please excuse any rampaging kitten noises in the background. That is just what my house sounds like at all times now, and he has currently got the zoomies. In fact, here he comes. Hey Harry, you've come to be on camera, have you? Oh, who's a good boy? Not you. Let's be serious, it is not you. Okay, so yeah, 5 items to show you today, and I am going to start with this tray. So I ordered this using my Stackry account. If you're not sure what I mean by that, I use a parcel forwarding service when I'm purchasing from small shops and sometimes larger shops, even if it saves me on shipping within the US. And it gives me an address in New Jersey, which is a 0 sales tax state. I get things posted to there. I don't have to pay any VAT like I would if I was having them to the UK. That's our tax, VAT. And then I consolidate them into an order so that I can ship them over and save some money. So this tray is from a place on Etsy called the Dynamite Diamond Shop. And I think looking at their shop, I may have purchased from them before. I believe they were the original people who did curved multi-places back a while ago. And I did try those at one point. I didn't personally get on with them because I found them a little thick. Oh, Harry, this isn't helpful. And now the doorbell's going. Bear with me. Okay, Harry and I were back. That was supplies for the shop. Yeah, so, oh, Harry. I'm now being bitten. Please, this isn't helpful. Come on. Oh, gosh. Go on the floor with you. He's now biting my leg. Brilliant. Ow. Yeah. This is going really well, isn't it? Yeah, so they're an Etsy shop. They have curved multi-places, so you should check them out and see if that works for you. But I noticed that they also had some trays. So they had 2 shapes of 3D printed trays. There was, I think it was called, Harry. I think it was called the Alchemist and the Apprentice. And I went for the Apprentice, which was the smaller one. And you could buy things like a tray lid and stopper separately, and I think I just bought a tray because I don't often use lids and stoppers. So yeah, let's take a look. There were a few sizes to choose from as well. I went for mint green, and here it is. Oh no, it has a stopper. Ooh, it looks really nicely made actually. Look at that. Let me open that curtain to get a bit more light in here. I did have it open before and Harry's been messing around over there. So yeah, very nice. Now, how do I get this stopper out? Ah, okay. Yeah, so it feels really sturdy. You know, sometimes 3D printed trays can have quite thin sides. Well, this one is beastie. So that has been done pretty well. There's a slight bump there, but like nothing that's going to affect it, I don't think. And the stopper fits pretty snugly. Normally, oh, the other way. Okay, so that only goes in one way. Normally with 3D printed trays, things like stoppers get a little less stiff as time goes on. Harry, please, I don't want to have to shut you out. So yeah, let me get some drills in here and see how it goes. I'm going to have to remove Harry for that bit, aren't I? Okay, I have some squares and I have some round drills. So let's take a look at the squares first of all. Harry, come on, off the table. Let me see. So they shifted around in there really nicely, no getting stuck at all. And look at that. They've lined up very well indeed. Ooh. I like the look of that. Let's see how they pour out, and then I'll try the round drills. So it's a very big spout is the only thing. So with these round trays, it doesn't fit completely in. Now they've got a little stuck around the edge, but nothing too bad. Okay, so that was squares. Now let me take a look at rounds. I find a lot of trays handle squares better than rounds, but that has lined up the rounds pretty nicely as well. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to use this later and see how I get on. Although my current whip, I am using the round pots, and yeah, it might be better with something like Elizabeth Ward style containers with a larger entrance. Let's see how these pour out. They poured out very nicely. Okay, so first signs are promising. As I say, this is the smaller of the two trays they offer. The larger one looked like it would be really too large for me. So I went for, Harry, stop eating the box, please. So I went for this one. But yeah, very encouraged. Okay, Harry, stop biting my arm, please. Let's move on to the next item. I've given the crazy Kit's burger some food in the hopes he stops trying to nom on my arm. Okay, let me get these out of the way. Okay, so next up was something I picked up from a shop on Etsy that many of people will have heard of, Shiny Shazza. So Shiny Shazza has been around on Etsy for a while. I think I've been seeing mention of her trays in particular ever since I've been diamond painting. She works with resin. She's very, very talented with resin, does some beautiful pieces. I have tried some of her trays before. I have to say they didn't work well for me personally. I know a lot of people love them. For me, the resin trays, they just weren't it. But I was browsing the other day and I came across some of the other things she does. And I thought that this would be rather nice. So it's very well packaged in here. Here we have a thank you from Shiny Shazza. And you can probably guess from the size what sort of, the shape, what sort of thing this is. Look how good I've been this month. I haven't opened and started working with any of these. Here it is. So it is a little, well, whatever you want to use it for really. It could be a trash pot, it could be just anything really, because there's quite a lot of space in there. And it's really pretty. So she's put these, what's the word I'm looking for? These non-stick little thingamajiggies on the bottom. So that's really cool, actually. That is not budging anywhere. And it's very thin and light. I was expecting it to feel a lot heavier because most of the things I've ever bought in resin have been a lot chunkier. I don't know if it maybe takes more skill and experience to make it so slim. But yeah, that is really, really pretty. I like that a lot. I can't remember how much this cost me. I'll try and put that up on the screen now, and also what she labelled it as. But yeah, that is very pretty. I think I will use that for trash drills. It will go very nicely on my, what's the word I'm looking for? Trinket trays that I buy from Love Resin Crafts. And that is so, so pretty. Love it. Okay, last but not least, you will have seen these boxes, and if you've watched any of my small shop showcases before, you will know what these mean. I have been buying from Lass & Lathe Works again, and I have bought 3 pens. In fact, there were 4 in this Stackry order because I also picked up a pen for a friend who didn't want to pay for the shipping all the way directly to the UK, and she didn't want any other items. So I said, hey, I'm building a Stackry order. If you want to just pop it in there, it won't really add to the cost. So 3 pens, and these came earlier in the week and I have been so good. They're not packaged because they were all in the big Stackry order, but I haven't used them and I think that's quite impressive for me. So let me have a little peek and work out which one's which so I can go through them in the order I bought them. Okay, so this is the first one, and this is one that I managed to pick up on one of Daniel's Facebook drops. So I've kind of explained how they work before, but just in case you haven't seen that, he has an Etsy shop, and he does just upload pens that you can buy, and they're all kind of one of a kind, so you have to grab the one you like quickly. But he also has a Facebook group, and in there, at least once a week, he does a drop. So he makes a particular themed blank for the week, and there's a drop, and I think it's usually about 1 a.m. UK time on a Sunday night. So I'm not often up for it, but just occasionally I am. And I managed to grab one. Now, I have had a few pens from him before, and one of the very first ones that I ever bought was this one. And it's just the perfect pen for me size-wise. So I've been trying to recreate that when I've got pens from him and asked them to be turned. And then I've not necessarily done a very good job of explaining exactly how slim I wanted it. And a lot of them have come out just a little bit chunkier or longer. But I think I might have finally cracked it, because this one, I had a little peek and it looks really good. So here is my first pen. I love it. Look at this beauty. Let me compare them side by side. Yeah, they're actually a really good match this time, aren't they? So yeah, here is my first one. So you don't get to pick your blank, you just ask for one of the 10 blanks. And this is what I got. And it's come out very, very pretty. Mostly blue, but with these lovely bits of pink and white speckled through it as well. And that is just the perfect size pen for me. Yay! I finally got there. I mean, the other pens I had were great too, but just, I'm a first pot. Although I buy a lot of accessories, if they don't work for me, I don't end up using them, and I end up just destashing them instead. So I won't kind of persevere with using something that doesn't feel comfortable, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. But I love switching between pens for a bit of variety. So this one is going to be perfect and definitely get a lot of use. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, so that was pen number 1. Pen number 2, so this is one that I just picked up on Etsy. Sorry, let's move that out of the way there. And these were, now I'm not sure why, because I didn't read the description very thoroughly, because I'm chaotic like that. These ones were a bit more than usual, so I'm guessing they have some special materials in them, but I saw one that I really liked the look of, so I decided to have a little splurge, because normally I find Daniel's pens really reasonably priced. They cost me about £25, which for a hand-turned pen from a handmade resin blank, I think is perfectly reasonable. And then shipping, you know, the way I'm doing it through Stackry isn't too bad. So this one is pretty special. How lovely is this? It has got so many different colours in. So it's predominantly this reddish brown colour. But it has got all of the colours in glitter in it. It's so pretty. Now this one, because obviously I didn't ask for this one to be done specifically to my specifications, it was just on there, and I kind of visually size them up and think, oh, okay, I think it looks like it might be all right. I'll take the risk. So this one, it's nice and slim. It is quite long compared to what I'm used to. So I think if I'm just using a multi-placer end, it's fine. If I want to switch a lot, it might get a little bit tricky. So let me just compare it to the last one. Oh, losing the bits of, so you can see there, it's quite a bit longer. So yeah, it's there in width. I have long pens and they're fine. I need to get used to it a bit more, but I think it's going to be fine for me. And it is gorgeous. I just checked against a couple of other pens I have. I think this is the longest pen I have. So yeah, hopefully I can adapt to that, because I really don't want to have to destash this. It's very pretty. There's just so much going on in there. And this is why I have a bit of an addiction really to these handcrafted pens. They're just, I love the uniqueness, you know. You could have a blank made at exactly the same time turned into a pen and it would turn out quite differently. I love this green section. Oof, gorgeous. Okay, now on to my last pen. This was another one that he put up on the Etsy shop and I snapped up. But this one is, again, I think just a perfect fit for me. So here we go. Here it is. Isn't it gorgeous? So it's a similar shape to the others. It goes in to a really nice slim point. And then it's just got this bit in the middle that's different, which is quite cool because I like to have variety. And it's stunning. The colours, the purples, mixed in with the browns, which I assume is wood. I assume this is a kind of hybrid effect. Although I'm not sure. I'm not very good at telling these things. This all appears to be more resin, but I don't know how he's done this kind of bees, what's the word I'm looking for? Like this kind of hive effect. Super cool. So yeah, I am absolutely thrilled with these. And this one is probably like the best fitting of the lot because it feels quite short as well. You can see how easy that is for me to flip in my hand. I love it. So there we go. That is all I've got to show you this month. Probably a slightly shorter video than some of these have been, but that's good. It means, well, no, I was going to say it means I've been restrained, but here I am with 3 new pens, so I don't think I can really claim restraint. But I am a very happy cat. I'm going to enjoy these a lot. I've got some DAC multi-places that I've bought ready to go in them, and I am going to be using some of these bad boys today. I'm definitely going to test out this tray. And oh, which pen to even start with? So many options. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you to Harry for his appearance there. Very, very helpful. Not at all distracting, Harry. Keep it up. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. If you are not already subscribed to the channel and you would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.